Now, y'all already know what time it is. It is time for the mess, so let's get into it. What's going on, you guys? It's be your boy Scotty by Nature TV, and we're here for a brand new episode of Yes for the Mess, okay? And we are here to talk about a couple of things right now, okay? And we're about to go ahead and get right on into those things. But before we get into what we're going to talk about for today in Yes for the Mess, let's let y'all get a first glimpse at your favorite reality show panel. Let's get into the promo. All right, you guys, that was the promo for the Whether You Like It or Not panel. We're coming up on season 3, and I must say that I missed the panel. I miss it. I was just talking to Josiah earlier tonight, and I was just saying how much I missed the panel. But we are covering the Real Housewives of Atlanta, and we are definitely covering Basketball Wives as well. And it stars myself, Terrence, Josiah, Yarel, Really BTV, and Simply Sakina. But we also have a brand new panelist in the atmosphere, and that is Brandy Chanel. Okay, so be sure to support us, support Brandy, support Sakina, support Really B, support Yarel, support Terrence, Josiah, and myself. Be sure to be on the lookout for the Whether You Like It or Not panel. Whenever we get the release dates for the Housewives of Atlanta and Basketball Wives, we'll have a release date for the Whether You Like It or Not panel, because baby, we miss it. Okay, we are ready to get back to work. It's been a couple of months now. It's been since November since we've been on a panel. So that's been what, December, January, 3 months. We've been on a 3-month hiatus. Like 3 months. That's 3 months too long. Okay, so I'm definitely missing the panel. So definitely can't wait to get back together with my peoples and everything like that. Okay, but in the meantime, in between time, let's get into the mess now. Over the weekend, Kodak Black was shot in Los Angeles, and I have an article here from the New York Times where it discussed the situation. So let's get into the article. Okay, so yes, here we go. Let's get into the article. So the rapper, whose legal name is Bill Capri, was shot in the leg while assisting another person after an unprovoked attack, his lawyer said. The rapper Kodak Black was among 4 people shot outside of a party in Los Angeles early Saturday after what his lawyer said was an unprovoked attack on a person he was with at the time. The injuries were not life-threatening and no arrests have been made, the LAPD said on Sunday. Black, who was born, I cannot pronounce that name, child, and whose legal name is Bill Capri, was sentenced in 2019 to nearly 4 years in prison on a federal weapons charge. President Donald Trump commuted his sentence in January 2021 in his final hours in office. His lawyer, Brad Cohen, confirmed that Black was one of the shooting victims in a statement on Instagram on Sunday. There was an unprovoked attack on an individual Kodak was with, Cohen wrote. Black came to this person's aid. Cohen said there were several shots fired at them by an unidentified assailant. He added, Kodak was struck in the leg and it was not life-threatening. He will make a full recovery and he's in stable condition. Cohen's message on Instagram included a screenshot of an article from TMZ that said that the shooting took place right in front of a slew of celebrities who were attending a party after a Justin Bieber concert. Okay, TMZ said that the party was at the Nice Guy, a bar and restaurant that describes as an aesthetic as paying homage to a descending era of mafia bars and restaurants. The guests include Drake, Leonardo DiCaprio, Tobey Maguire, Kendall Jenner, and Khloe Kardashian, TMZ reported. Cohen did not respond to questions about the shooting, and the police have released a few details. The episode began around 2:45 a.m. local time when a physical altercation between several individuals erupted and gunshots were fired on the 400 block of North I cannot pronounce that word, but it was on the 400 block or something. The LAPD said in a statement, two gunshot victims were taken to the hospital, the police said. At some point, the police learned that two were additional gunshot victims who had self-transported to a local hospital. According to the statement, all four victims are listed in stable condition, the police said. Police spokesman on Sunday said no information about the other victims was available. Black did not respond to a direct message on Instagram seeking comment on Sunday, but he did post a brief message about the Super Bowl to his more than 4 million followers on Twitter. Black, who is from Florida, topped the Billboard album charts in December 2018 with his album Dying to Live, and has a new album scheduled for February 25th. In November 2019, he was sentenced to 46 months in prison after he admitted that he had lied on a background check while buying firearms that year. Federal prosecutors in Miami said that two of the guns were later found by the police at crime scenes, including one with Black's fingerprints and a live round in the chamber that had been used to fire at a rival rap artist. Prosecutors had asked him for him to be sentenced to at least 46 to 57 months in prison. In court, Black apologized and told the judge, "I do take full responsibility for my mishap." The South Florida Sun-Time reported. A U.S. district judge told the rapper, "Young people do stupid things, but the problem is that you've been doing stupid things since you were 15." Ooh, that was a whole lot. All right, I think that's it. Yeah, I think that's it. So, yes, Kodak Black was shot outside of a LA bar when he was trying to come to a friend's aid or whatever, due to a physical altercation that was not needed. Apparently, that's what was said to the people. Now, my opinion on this is we got to get out. We got to keep ourselves from being in situations like this. That's really all I can say about that, because I do understand trying to come to a friend's aid in this situation, because if your friend is involved in a situation and you know what I'm saying? And somebody is is wrongfully attacking them. Of course, you want to go to their aid, and then, but at the same time, when you run to somebody's aid, you never know what is coming next. You never know if somebody got a gun coming. You don't know if somebody finna shoot. You don't know what's about to happen. So those situations are always tricky to get in. But I definitely understood why he would come to his friend's aid. That's what you're supposed to do as a friend. Like, you're gonna break up a fight. You're gonna stop them from fighting. You're gonna do whatever you can to protect the people that's with you. But I hate that he got shot in the process. But luckily, he's not like seriously injured. He's not looking at no death or anything like that. So that's a great thing. But I wish people would put guns down. Like, don't use a gun just because you get into a fight with somebody. Use it if you're really in a threatening position. You know what I mean? Like, I just I just feel like these days that's the first thing people do is go for a gun. They don't never want to defend themselves with the things that God gave them, which is a hand. They don't want to do that, but they want to sit up here and shoot and do all types of crazy stuff. That's just really how I feel about it. So, child, I really don't know, but I'm glad that he came out of this in a good way. He didn't get seriously injured or nothing like that, but he came out in a better way. I could honestly say that. So shout out to Kodak Black for trying to come to his friend's aid, but at the same time he got shot. But shout out to him for trying to be that protective friend. That's the one thing I can give him. I don't know none of his music, because when they say he hit number one on the Billboard 200, I'm like, hit number one with what? Because I don't know none of his damn music. You know what I'm saying? I don't know none of Kodak Black music. However, he did it, so somebody knows his music. So we're gonna move on to Shikari Richardson. So as you guys already know, she had qualified for the 2020 Summer Olympics back in 2020, and she was suspended and missed the Olympics entirely after testing positive for marijuana. But apparently, um, it was some more stuff going on. Okay, now there's a Russian girl who's 15 years old who also failed a drug test, but yet she was still able to compete in the Olympics. And Shikari has an issue with that. She got a problem with that, and she's going to speak on it. And this article also comes from the New York Times as well. So we're about to get into this article, and then, of course, we're going to dissect it and move on to the next topic of the day, okay? So let's get into it. So the International Olympics committee's decision on Monday to allow a Russian figure skating star to continue competing despite a failed doping test did not sit right with another top athlete who missed competing in the Olympics for a similar reason. The American sprinter Shikari Richardson. Richardson, who is age 21, who had been favored to win a medal in the women's 100 meters, lost her spot on the U.S. team for the 2020 Summer Games in Tokyo after she tested positive for marijuana. The Russian skater Kamila, a 15-year-old whose flawless performance helped her lift her country to a gold medal in the team competition last week, tested positive before the games for, I can't pronounce that, a banned heart medication that can increase endurance. Okay, after the IOC took the extraordinary step on Monday of permitting her to continue to compete in singles events, Richardson commented on the development on Twitter. She asked for a solid answer on the difference between this 15-year-old's case and her own, noting that she too had been expected to win a medal. The only difference is I see that I'm a young black lady, she wrote. Adam Rapon, a 2018 Olympic medalist who coaches the American figure skater Mariah Bell, asked what message is sent to allow a young white athlete to compete after testing positive, but not a young black athlete. I also think there's actual accountability in the United States compared to what happens in other countries, Rapon said on Monday. There's no doubt about that. Richardson questioned why Camilla was allowed to compete despite doubts about her eligibility when Richardson had been forced by U.S. officials to skip the Olympics altogether. Its ruling on Monday, the IOC said that should Camilla win a medal, no ceremony would be held until her case is resolved. Though her test sample was taken on Christmas at the Russian Championships, the results were not confirmed until February the 7th after she had competed in the team figure skating competition. Russian anti-doping officials have said. Anti-doping experts disagree on whether or not the drug could have enhanced her performance. The coach told a Russian state-run TV network Channel One on Saturday that even though there are still many unanswered questions about the case, we're absolutely confident that Camilla is innocent and clean. Marijuana is considered a performance-enhancing drug by the World Anti-Doping Agency and is banned on race days, but not outside of competition. Though research on the drug is limited, it can have energizing or sedating effects depending on the strain. Marijuana can be used, for example, as a relaxation and a these teachers get on my nerves. Relaxation aid before intense competitions. Richardson's case has led to calls to reconsider marijuana status at banned substance since it is legal in many states. She said she had used the drug to cope with the death of her mother. Okay, so that was pretty much the article from the New York Times about this Camilla girl still being able to compete in the Olympics, even though she failed a drug test, and Shakari having some things to say about it. Oh my God. Okay, so this is what I got to say about that. I think that Shakari has a valid point in a sense. I mean, she does. She failed her drug test. She admitted that she was smoking weed, and she said that she's a grown ass woman who could smoke if she wants to. That's pretty much what was said in so many words by Shakari, and she received a lot of blowback for failing her drug test and everything like that. But then you get another girl who fails her drug test, and it's public knowledge that she failed her drug test, but she is still able to compete in the Olympics. That is something to raise your eyebrows about. And it turns out that the girl is no person of color. She's a Russian girl. And I think that that's messed up. I mean, I feel like if you're going to reprimand Shakari for smoking weed and doing what she did and failing the drug test and you ban her from the Olympics altogether, why not do the same thing for this girl? I mean, it's going to look like it's a racial thing from the rip because Shakari was reprimanded and she couldn't even step foot on the Olympics, but this girl can still compete. You know what I'm saying? So it does look like a racial thing and it looks like a discriminatory thing, So we're just trying to figure out what the reason is. What is the answer to the questions? Because there are some people out there that says that Shakari needs to hush. It's a different situation. Her situation is nowhere near the same as this girl's situation. But at the same time, a failed drug test is a failed drug test. You know what I'm saying? A failed drug test is a failed drug test. And because Shikari failed her drug test, that's why she wasn't able to compete. But this girl right here fails her drug test, but at the same time, she's still able to compete. You got to understand how that looks. Yes, of course she's gonna think, well, the only difference is there's no difference in the fact that I failed a drug test. She failed a drug test too. The only difference in the situation is I'm black, she ain't. I'm black, so I get reprimanded. She ain't black, she get away with it. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely understand what Shikari is saying. I'm really, really interested to know what you guys got to say about that, because it does look bad on the Olympic side, because you reprimanded this girl for failing the drug test, but you let this girl go on. And it's crazy to me, and it's gonna automatically make you look bad. I'm putting it out there. So it is what it is. So we're about to go ahead and go on to the next topic, which is Todrick Hall. As we already know, Todrick Hall is a big YouTuber, as well as being on stage, and now he's on Celebrity Big Brother, and now Todrick Hall is being labeled as a bully on the show. Okay, so this article comes from the Jasmine brand, and we're about to get on into it. Okay, so it's sad to say that Todrick Hall won't be winning any fan favorite awards following this latest season of Celebrity Big Brother. Todrick Hall, who is a well-known singer, songwriter, and choreographer who initially gained a following after making it to the semifinals of the ninth season of American Idol in 2010. Since then, Todrick Hall has done a lot within his career, including working on RuPaul's Drag Race, appearing on Broadway, and releasing 4 studio albums, and earning almost 4 million subscribers on YouTube. Last month, it was announced that Hall would be a part of the third season of Celebrity Big Brother. Despite having a large fan base, it seems like Hall is having a hard time winning over the viewers of the popular reality series after seemingly taking things a bit too far with a few of his housemates, including NSYNC singer Chris, age 50. Hall previously shared his dislike towards the Bye 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 singer after they got into it over money. He said Chris is talking about how everyone in his house is talking to Chris is talking about how everyone in this house is talking about how I almost bought the Wicked Witch's hat for $250,000. I worked really, really hard to make the millions of dollars that I've made. I'm not going to feel bad that I buy nice things. According to reports, Hall has also put a sour taste in the mouths of Celebrity Big Brother fans after he body shamed his housemate Shayna, age 46. Following his questionable remarks, viewers took to Twitter to call Hall out for having bad spending habits and being a mean-spirited person. Todrick Hall is a disgusting human being. Anybody who supports him, including y'all who know, is disgusting as well. That's what one Twitter user said. I have another batch of tweets that was being posted about Todrick Hall. Todrick is a straight up bully. I'm glad he's unintentionally showing the world who he truly is. Todrick Hall is literally nasty. I have never wanted to see a player go down more than Todrick Hall. What a villain. Also, Cynthia is bad at this game. Todrick Hall is honestly so gross with the way he speaks to people. He needs to leave now. Todrick Hall is very bold for someone who's like borderline not famous. Todrick Hall also leeches onto celebrities like a bad case of herp, and is now shaming Shayna for having a married couple of celebrities. Oh my God. Chris, who was evicted from the Big Brother house on February 11th during a recent interview, he spoke about Hall and said, I mean, the way he talked to me, it wasn't a surprise. I think it was very hurtful, and it's hard when someone plays the victim all the time and is a bully. And that's how I felt, especially coming out of it. I felt horrible. I felt I did Todrick completely wrong. And then when I came out, everybody was talking about Todrick and the way they were. And I was like, I wasn't crazy. Okay, so that's pretty much it about Todrick Hall. Now, I'm not watching um Celebrity Big Brother. I have not watched it. I've seen clips of it, of course. I saw Cynthia Bailey get into it with their dude Todd, and now I'm hearing about Todrick Hall being a bully. Now, people have been saying that Todrick Hall is a nasty person. Like, people on the internet, they do be talking. And, I don't really follow Todrick Hall. There's no shade about that. I don't follow Todrick Hall. at all. You see, I only know him from being on YouTube. See, I didn't know all this other stuff. I didn't even know he released 4 studio albums. I didn't know none of that. I thought he was a YouTuber that came up. That's what I thought he was, but apparently he's bigger than what I thought he was. So that's so really there's really no shade. I only knew him for being on YouTube, but they're saying that he's a bully. And it's making me want to watch this show because, I used to be a Big Brother fanatic. I watched almost every single season of Big Brother from 2000 all the way up to probably, I think the last season of Big Brother I probably watched was probably Big Brother 17 or 18. It was one of them. But I know I haven't watched Big Brother in years because I've been turned off by the show for a very long time now. And yeah. But yeah, they calling Todrick Hall a bully. They are reading him for filth on Twitter. And like I said, it's piquing my interest. Now I want to see what's good. I want to see what's really going on right about now, child. That's what I'm trying to see. So it is what it is. But my heart goes out to you, Taj, because they dragging your ass, period. So we about to move on to the next thing. And I got this article from People Magazine, and it's about Whoopi Goldberg. And Whoopi Goldberg has returned to the View after suspension for claiming that the Holocaust was not about race. And though she did not directly address the controversy, Whoopi Goldberg said, we're going to continue to have tough conversations. So we're about to get into the article from people.com and we're about to talk about it. So let's get into it. So Whoopi Goldberg was back in the moderator's seat on The View. On Monday, Goldberg, who's age 66, returned alongside Joy Behar, Sarah Haynes, Sonny Holston, and guest host Anna Navarro. Hello, hello, and welcome to The View. And yes, I'm back, Goldberg said. And Behar told her, we missed you. I missed you all too. And I gotta tell you, there's something kind of marvelous about being on a show like this because we are The View. And this is something that we do. Sometimes we don't do this as eloquently as we could. Goldberg said, though she didn't mention the controversy that got her suspended. And quiet as it's kept, ABC probably told her not to mention it. 2 weeks prior, on January the 31st, Goldberg inaccurately asserted that the Holocaust was not about race on The View. The comment came as she and her co-host discussed a Tennessee school board's ban of the Pulitzer Prize, I think I pronounced that wrong, but y'all know what I'm trying to say, winning book Moss, which tells the story of illustrator and author Art Spiegelman's polished Jewish parents' experience during the Holocaust. The school board cited concerns about female nudity and profanity and removed the material from the 8th grade curriculum. Goldberg, who immediately faced criticism on social media, shared a statement and apologized on the show February the 1st. In Monday's opening, Goldberg also said it's 5 minutes to get into important information about topics, and that's what we try to do every day. I want to thank everybody that reached out to me while I was away. People reached out from places that made me go, wait, what? Really? And it was amazing. Though she did not directly address the controversy, Goldberg told the camera that we're going to keep having tough conversations. I listened to everything everybody had to say, and I was grateful, and I hope it keeps all important conversations happening because we're going to keep having tough conversations. And in part because this is what we were hired to do. She said, it's not always pretty, as I said, it is not always what other people would like to hear, but it is an honor to sit at the table and be able to have these conversations because they are important. They're important to us as a nation and important to us more as a human entity. Goldberg concluded, so happy Valentine's Day, y'all, and we're going to get started because that's what we do. Goldberg was suspended for 2 weeks over her wrong and hurtful comments. ABC News President Kim Godwin said in a previous statement, which was previously obtained by People. Godwin also said that Goldberg has been asked to take time and reflect and learn about the impact of her comments. Okay, so that was pretty much the article from People Magazine. Okay, and all I got to say is I am glad that Whoopi Goldberg is back on the scene. I don't think that she deserved to be suspended. I do think that, like I said before, Meghan McCain has said a lot of heinous and ignorant stuff during her time on The View, and she was never suspended for nothing that she's ever said. So I don't understand why Whoopi Goldberg had to be suspended. if another trash box ain't never been suspended. That's just my personal opinion. Because, although I used to love watching Megan McCain on TV, I enjoy seeing her dragged a lot. I still feel like she should have been suspended for some of the things that she said. But I'm glad that Whoopi Goldberg has taken it all in stride and continued on with the show, and even said that we're going to continue to have these kinds of conversations. And I'm glad that she's still willing to have these kinds of conversations. You know what I'm saying? So that's pretty much the gist of that. So welcome back, Whoopi Goldberg. You my favorite person on The View, and hopefully one day I'll get to interview you. I love The View, and I just love Whoopi Goldberg. I'm just being real. But if Whoopi Goldberg did not come back, I definitely was going to be done with The View. So we're going to move on to our last topic of the day, and that is Kanye West and Julia Fox. Apparently, they have broken up. And I got an article here from page 6, and we're about to get into this. Okay, so let's talk about it. So Kanye and Julia Fox's whirlwind romance is kaput. The Uncut Gem star and Yeezy fashion designer have ended their open relationship after 6 weeks of dating. Julia and Kanye West remain great friends and collaborators, her rep said in a statement to page 6, but they are no longer together. The split comes after West, age 44, spent Super Bowl Sunday on a social media tirade in which he shared that he had cut Kid Cudi from his new album, Bash Pete Davidson, who is dating a strange wife, Kim Kardashian, for being a duckhead. Look at this duckhead. Yes, I said duck because I want to say the real word. West captioned in a paparazzi photo of Davidson and Kardashian taken last month. I wonder if Instagram is going to shut my page down for dissing Hillary Clinton's ex-boyfriend. Neither Davidson 28 nor Kardashian 41 has addressed West's comments. The All of the Lights rapper took a break from posting during the big game, which he attended with his daughter North and son Saint. Sadly, the kids didn't seem to be thrilled. Do we got good seats, Northy? West asked his daughter, who remained silent. He then asked his son, these are good seats. Again, no answer. Meanwhile, the Skims founder and Saturday Night Live star took their unfazed selves to dinner at Hotspot Lila in Brooklyn ahead of Valentine's Day. The King of Staten Island star was seen opening the car door for his girlfriend before the couple made their way over to one of the eatery's private outdoor dining huts. Davidson was dressed casually in white-legged jeans and a flannel layered with a suede bomber jacket, though he did um elevate his ensemble with Prada sunglasses. Okay, so that was the article from page6.com, and this is what I got to say about it. Then we're going to be up out of here. Kanye West is a clown. That's all I got to say. Because even though him and Julia do have an open relationship, I do feel like a lot of this, I do feel like the breakup probably happened after the way Kanye West went on a tirade on Super Bowl Sunday. Because to be honest, I wouldn't care if we was in a real relationship or an open one. Ain't nobody got time for you being a stalker. Ain't nobody got no time for you being a stalker, period. No one does. You know what I'm saying? Like no one does at all. Like it's really ridiculous because it's like at this point, most of us who are never Team Kardashian, because I ain't never Team Kardashian. I don't even like to report on them on my platform at all. But it got us all on Kim's side at this point. It does because Kanye looks like an obsessed stalker right now. It's not looking good. The woman has moved on, and now you need to do the same thing. That's really where we're going with it right now because you look crazy. And I hate that you look crazy because now it makes Kim look good. And that's not a good thing when Kim looks good. You know what I'm saying? So, no, you need to stop it because you got yourself looking crazy and crazy as the days go by. And it's really not cute. It's not good at all. I want you to stop it, Kanye West. But you and Julia are broken up. And most people would look at it like, well, hey, they was in an open relationship anyway, so who the fuck cares? You know what I'm saying? But it's quite telling to me that they are broken up just because of the fact that Kanye West is really doing a lot. And I was sitting up here wondering when I was reporting on the stuff, I wonder how Julia feels about him constantly going after his ex-wife and, you know what I'm saying, after his estranged wife, man, and stuff, and how it makes him look. Makes you look crazy. I won't want to be fucking with nobody like that. I would not be one to fuck with nobody like Kanye, like at all, like straight up and down. I would not. But yeah, that's pretty much the gist of this situation with Kanye West and Julia Fox. I'm pretty sure that we're going to hear more about Kanye West as the days go by, and I'm already tired of talking about him. This is like Portia and Simon all over again. Like how we were talking about Portia and Simon for so many weeks at a time, and it finally calmed down, but only dredged back up when her show came out. It's feeling like that. It's giving that type of vibe. But anyway, with that being said, you guys, this be your boy Scotty. Be sure to like, rate, comment, subscribe, and share this video. Also, click the notification bell so you can be notified whenever a video drops. Also, if you want to follow me on social media, my Twitter and my IG will be down in the description box. But however, if you want me to follow you back on IG, because I do follow back on IG, be sure to hit me up in the DMs with the hashtag Message Team Scotty, and I will definitely follow you back. With that being said, you guys, your boy is out of here. Until my next video, I will holler at you guys later. Peace out.